What is up, YouTubers? This is Johnzy here, and welcome back to another episode of Sawcasters. And in our last episode, we were talking about something quite personal in my life. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'd rather leave that kind of stuff back into the past. But if you want to go check it out, then, it was the last episode, so go check it out if you want to. And, so in this episode, I'm going to be talking about a bit of vacation I had quite couple of years ago when I was 12, which was all the way a trip to Mexico. So yeah, I can't wait to talk about it. The thing is also, since it happened many years ago, I'm obviously not going to remember everything that exactly happened. Like, I was 12 at the time, so there are some stuff I definitely remember, but at some points I also don't remember, so you have to keep that in mind when I'm talking about this stuff. So I might get confused on one part or another, so yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started with this. Alrighty, so when I took my trip to Mexico, it was sometime during February, and I actually had a week off of school at that time, so that was good. It was actually during a normal school week too, so I was able to get off for that for a nice family vacation. And this was mostly with my dad's side of the family, so I was with him, my stepmom, pretty much everyone from my dad's side, really. So yeah, it was definitely a really fun vacation. At some points, we also kind of joke about that at times as well, where my dad would be like, "Okay, we're going to Mexico, bye," or whatnot. But it was definitely a fun trip for sure. I wouldn't mind definitely going back eventually once COVID's done, and I'm not even gonna worry about saying COVID anymore since, well, this channel's not even big right now. We only have 3 subscribers, which, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because I know there's probably a lot of you that haven't even hit that subscribe button yet. And make sure to also check out my main channel and podcast channel. This is the podcast channel. Make sure to check out my main channel and my challenge channel down in the description below. I might also be talking quiet at times because currently there is someone here sleeping right now, so I can't be too loud. So this is also probably the only kind of videos I can even do right now. So I'm going to be recording 2 podcast videos. So there you go. Anyways, so trip to Mexico. Yes, it was with my dad's side of the family. It was actually quite a nice resort, actually. I guess like the entrance to like the lobby sort of area, it was more like an outdoor resort sort of thing, so it wasn't all inside and stuff. And so the big lobby area, it kind of had a couple seats around. I want to say just by the I guess main lobby area, there was a show stage, which I think we went to go see one show one night, but I think that was only that one show. I don't really know. I don't really remember much of the show at all, so I can't really say much about the show at all. I guess room was pretty alright, and pretty much I guess the building we were in, it was like a separate, there's multiple separate buildings around the area. Like I said, it was an outdoor resort, so it was actually quite nice. And the thing was also, this was happening in February. You'd think it'd be cold, but honestly, their winters are summer, so it was practically like summer there. I actually got a sunburn while I was there too, so hey, first sunburn in winter, that was an interesting time. Where did I get that? I think I got it on my shoulders and face that I had a sunburn. So yeah, that was interesting. The hotel room was nice. There was these 2 beds and a TV. I don't know if there's any shows that had any English on there while we were there, because, well, I mean, we were in Mexico, so I think there might have been a couple that were English. I think there might have been one. I know while we were there, I did watch a bit of Johnny Bravo, which is normally a show I don't watch too often. And the thing is, I just don't watch it in general. Not that I don't hate it, it's just I don't normally watch it. But anyways, more on the vacation sort of thing. it was definitely kind of nice. It was definitely a really fun vacation. The food was actually pretty good. I think it was like mostly buffets, like every single day, like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, it was pretty good. We normally all of us got together for dinner, and I think breakfast. I think as well. I think lunch is more of our own time as well. So, you know, I think also every day for lunch, I think I at least grab some ice cream as well, like every single day. Which I only had the three kinds normally, which was chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Which I think I had a little taste of all of them, but I definitely remember I had ice cream like every single day. But yeah, I think that there was also this, I guess like way sign, like how with paths and stuff, there's like the signs that like point in a certain direction with a name on it. That was kind of like the names of like different places around the world, and I think China was like literally just down. I think that was pretty funny as well. And it was like the area was pretty nice. It had a nice chlorine, like a pool area. I think it had a little bar section too, where you can like have drinks and stuff, like in the water. So that was pretty cool. I think I only went to that little bar section once. And it wasn't. I don't think it was like actually for like just alcohol stuff. I think there was stuff for kids there too. So since obviously I was 12, so I wouldn't really be at the proper age of drinking. Hell, like at least almost 2 years ago, I could. That's when I could start drinking. Because here in Canada, the drinking rate's like at 19. I don't know how it is in Mexico, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was a nice. I thought the pool area was nice. I can't really exactly remember the name of the resort either that we went to, but I know it was somewhere in Mexico. I'll have to figure that out, so maybe I can go back to that exact resort again, and maybe even do a vlog for you guys for my main channel once that happens. But that's probably still gonna be quite a while ago or later because, well, for one, the pandemic, and two, I think I gotta save up for that kind of big of a trip. Yeah. And we were also pretty close to the ocean too, so that was a good extra bonus, which is actually kind of funny because they also had a saltwater pool, which was practically right by the ocean. So it was just a small little pool, pretty much just having like the seawater in there. And hell, if you had like your mask and stuff, you can. I remember like having like swim goggles on and looking, I guess, by a crack to where the ocean kind of connects. And I saw, I think, some small fishes there, which was kind of cool. I think I had a snorkel too, so I was just kind of staring at them, like like I was able to breathe and stuff, so I was able to just keep staring without needing air. Well, I mean, because I already had air. But yeah, that one was a fun little area. I'm trying to think of what else was happening there. I mean, we were also by an ocean, so obviously there was a beach too, which is pretty all right. I think I was there. I think I went there one early morning when there was no one there, and a couple times while there were people around, which was pretty cool. And yeah, note to self: don't drink salt water. Do not. I mean, I've been to the ocean before that, like before my trip to Mexico, and tasted the water, and it tasted awful. But yeah, just the fact, like, it's kind of hard to keep your mouth closed while you're swimming in sometimes. So And funny enough, in that ocean, I did find an actual like seashell as well, which was actually pretty cool. I don't know what happened to that seashell now. I think it might be gone, but who knows where it is now. But I did find that, which was a pretty cool souvenir at the time as well. Just like, because how I found it, I was kind of like just swimming and kind of seeing if I could touch the ground to where I was. I wasn't able to, but did feel something pointy at the bottom. I was like, wait, what is this? Like, it was like right on my foot. I was like, oh, okay, something pointy here. Like, what is this? And I was debating on grabbing it at first because I didn't know what it was. And then when I did go check it out, it was a seashell. I was like, oh, hey, seashell, cool. Nice souvenir. It was a souvenir that was for free, so hey, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Other things that happened during this vacation. Um, well, actually, there was a little sort of instance that so my dad trusted me with the key card, like just to kind of leave me in the hotel room because normally we were all normally out there at the same time once we left. So I had the key card, and I think I went over to hang out with my cousin for a little bit at his room. And then I think I was like in charge of keep making it lock, like making the door locked and whatnot. If I had to go back in to grab something or like change into my Bane suit or something, which I didn't think. I'm pretty sure I locked the door. I did, but the one thing I didn't see, which I think I didn't like open it either. I think it was just left open anyways, which I believe was like there was a little extra like slide door to the porch area, and the thing was we were on the first floor as well, so yeah, I left that open pretty much the whole time we were gone, and honestly, we thought we were robbed because that door was open, and like my dad and stepmom were definitely a little mad at me for leaving that open, but the thing was I didn't even realize it was open at all. And the thing is also, I sometimes don't really have a good, like, I don't really pay attention to stuff too well. I mean, when I have to try to pay attention, I will definitely try to pay attention, but when there's like small things like I didn't know the door was open at all, then, you know, I'm not going to look for that. And obviously it was left open, and then we thought we were robbed, and the thing was, we thought that we were robbed because they couldn't find our like my dad couldn't find our passports, so we could have been stuck at Mexico. So that would have been kind of bad. But you know, I mean, obviously, I made it back, or else I wouldn't have even made YouTube in the first place. Because that's a funny thing. Also, I pretty much had this vacation before I even started YouTube at all. So it was definitely at least 2 years ago or so. Actually, it would be a year and a half actually, because like that happened in February, or yeah, that vacation happened in February of when I was 12, and then when I was 14, going into high school, that's when I started well, at least tried to start doing YouTube and whatnot. So yeah, the sort of differences on when this all happened. But yeah, I think there was another instance where we went to another resort for another day, which for at least one other day. We weren't like staying at this place, but like we were just kind of exploring the area, which I think I had a couple like different animals there. I think there was a couple like water zip lines we had, which I think at one point my dad lost sight of me because I think I went down the zip line too fast. And he was pretty upset about that with me. And I thought I also lost my hat. Like I had a hat, I guess. I don't remember what it was exactly what the hat was, but apparently I lost it, but then was found soon after, which, yeah. So my dad was kind of worried about me being out there myself, which it was more like a river raft almost on the way back to the main area almost. So, yeah, even though you guys probably don't know exactly what I mean by that, but yeah, he was kind of worried then, but yeah. Thing is, once again, attention span. I'm not good with paying attention to stuff too much or knowing about these things. I was a kid too, so you know. I mean, nowadays, like, I mean, sure, it could still be a little worrying if they don't know where I'm at and I get separated from the group, sure, but like, you know, I'm a grown ass adult. I can take care of myself now, so it would be less worrying, you know. Although, literally, I think I remember a couple episodes ago, I was literally talking about how Rogers screwed me on my day, and literally, like, literally my friend and her dad literally came by my house because they didn't know where I was when I was trying to meet up with them then, so... uh, people could still worry about me at this age, you know. Anyways, speaking of animals, I was able to see a couple different animals. I think there was a iguanas. I think there was a couple monkeys. I think I got a picture with the monkey. I don't know if I don't think I have the actual picture, but I'm pretty sure someone in my dad's side of the family has that kind of photo. But I think I had a picture with a monkey right on my shoulder, which was pretty cool because if you guys had ever actually known, monkeys are actually probably one of my favorite animals on the planet, which, you know, it was pretty cool to actually see monkeys up close and whatnot. There was also with parrots as well, and like I said, there's like lizards and stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to remember. I think I remember there was some sort of animals that just kind of walked around as well, just like in the open area that you normally don't get to see very often. I don't think they were just ducks. I think there were some others. Like maybe some other like different types of like amphibians, maybe. I'm not 100% sure because I do remember seeing some animals I haven't seen. I thought I saw like maybe some mammals or something that I normally don't see, but eh. I don't know. It's hard to remember exactly what happened way back when as well because obviously that was like years ago. Like, huh. Well, yeah, I guess it was about like at least 8 years ago. Yeah, because I'm 20 now, getting close to 21, but we're just in May now, and February is like literally a couple months ago, so about 8 years and a couple months ago that all happened. uh, um, Anything else? I do remember one day by the pool there was I guess there was a mechanical bull ride section opened up for that day, which I got to go on. It was pretty fun. It was definitely hard to stay on, but I think I stood on for a good little bit of a while. It is kind of hard because it's like the bull's just like going back and forth very fast and stuff, and then the momentum you're going as well trying to hang on. It was definitely fun, but I think that was like the first time ever doing a mechanical bull ride, which was pretty fun. It was definitely quite fun, I have to say. Um, I guess the other only there's also another funny story. There was a Segway tour where we got to like ride on Segways and get a tour of the whole place. And funny enough, when we did this, it was practically our last day there. Like it wasn't like I mean, the next day after that we left, so it wasn't our last day. But like, I mean, I guess it would count as the last day because we did leave pretty early in the morning just to catch our flight back to Canada and whatnot. But yeah, we had to leave early in the morning twice. I mean, it was pretty much of a long trip, especially since I mean, even though I live in the pretty close to the Niagara region, and where we took the plane was pretty much in Hamilton, so that's not as far still. But imagine, like, you have to literally fly over the entire U.S. and then somewhere in Mexico. That's a pretty long flight. Like, what was it? Like, I'm I'm thinking 2 hours, but I don't know. That felt like that seems a little short. There was like a long bus ride we had to take too, so there was that as well. And that bus ride was like in Mexico and stuff, so But yeah. Anyways, with the Segway tour, we pretty much took that on our last day, so we got to see some certain sections that we haven't even checked out before. So yeah. I think there was also just an adult, like there was like just an adult section, so like only adults could really go there. So yeah. And I think they mentioned something about there being like you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. I think especially me knowing about that at a young age, yeah. Anyways, yeah, but it was definitely kind of cool to get to learn the Segway. It was like my first time ever being on a Segway too, so I got to learn how to do it. Like it was pretty simple too, how I figured it out. Like pretty much, I guess it's kind of hard to actually talk about it, but like while you're like on the handles, if you lean forward, you actually go forward. If you lean back, you either brake or start going backwards and whatnot. And then obviously, you can like tilt it left and right to actually turn it left and right. Like you wouldn't go forward or back at that time, but you can, like if you're just kind of have perfect balance, and then you can just immediately turn to the left and right, kind of like how you do if you're just normally standing. Like you just immediately turn to the left, immediately turn to the right, and whatnot. So, yeah, it was definitely a fun event. Oh, I do remember another thing. This happened in the other resort too, which where I guess it was kind of I guess deep diving kind of like, you know how you have your like underwater suits and whatnot, and then you have like the um I guess air helmet and stuff. Well, we had the air helmet on us, and there was a bit of like a walking path on the seafloor where we got to see some of the sea creatures. I think we also got to pet a ray as well. So I like how it just went for a second there. um, but yeah, it was pretty nice seeing like a bunch of the different fish from that far down. And the thing that was, since these helmets were pretty heavy, like we were able to just stay on the ground and not float up back to the surface, you know? So it was pretty nice, especially like having like the air and whatnot. And funny enough, also, like I could literally say like anything and no one would hear me since there was no radios and whatnot in these helmets. So like no, like I could be like talking to like trying to say something to someone and they can't hear me at all. It's like putting the mute button in like what VR chat or something. And it's like, well, I guess I can't really describe it because you guys can't actually see me at the moment, but you know how it is if people are on mute and whatnot. But yeah, I think that was pretty fun as well. Yeah, it was definitely a fun vacation for sure. I know we're only 20 minutes in, and or at least close to 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know. I took two breaks because my throat was definitely being a big hassle, but I honestly don't know what else to talk about. It's kind of hard because, well, like I've said like maybe twice in this video already, I was 12 at the time, and now I'm like 20, almost going into 21. So this happened like way a couple of years back. Funny enough, actually, I think it's actually when I first around the time when I first got this iPad too, which is actually kind of funny. Then now that you think about it, and it is actually around that time too. It is actually almost the exact time too because I think I got my iPad right at the Christmas just before our vacation in December in like 2012 before going into 2013 going for our trip. But yeah, so I already had my iPad for at least about a month, and I did bring it with me, and I think I took a couple pictures myself, but obviously since I normally use this thing for other stuff, and I didn't really have anything else to upload to or upload these photos to and whatnot, I did pretty much get rid of them, sadly. But it wasn't really much for me to try to take pictures with, anyways, with my iPad because, well, obviously I didn't want it to get stolen from me at the beginning because obviously, there would probably be people that would probably swipe it from me. And the fact that it was a big resort area, anyways, I don't know how it would be great for me just carrying an iPad. Hell, I do remember there was this one vlog. I was walking with my iPad trying to do it that way because I didn't really have much recording with a phone. I think I did have a phone at the time, but like it didn't really have that much like picture memory or whatnot, so I didn't use it for that. So yeah, I had to like make sure no one was around when I took my iPad out just to do my short sections. And I think I had a little bit of an editing thing on my iPad too. And funny enough, also with my iPad back then, I was able to get more apps and whatnot. Nowadays, because my iPad is actually more out of date now, there's a lot of stuff I can't get on my iPad anymore. Like I think a couple months ago, I couldn't update YouTube because it needed like a higher like software update, which my iPad can't get anymore. So if I want to watch YouTube on my iPad, I literally have to go to Google or Safari and do it that way. Because my Google still works on here. I don't know about my live feature on here, but obviously the recording will still work as long as it's still functioning and whatnot. As long as it can still charge, so I can still record videos with my iPad for the longest time, but, I definitely would need a new iPad at some point, but I'll still use this for recording and whatnot. I like how I'm just talking about iPads now and not talking about the vacation. I mean, one conversation goes to another sometimes. Honestly, this might be a shorter episode, but I'm mostly just kind of filling out the time now because I do want to make this at least close to a half an hour, just because, well, at least to an hour between a half an hour to an hour, I feel like would be good times for podcasts. And what, this is like episode 13 now. Yeah, funny enough, I am kind of taking a vacation right now as this is uploaded. If you guys remember, obviously, that my schedule's been changed because, well, this one definitely changed for only um, once every 2 weeks. Ooh, excuse me. And yeah, I'm pretty much just at my dad's at the moment, kind of relaxing. So, yeah. If anything, if I'm thinking about this correctly, I think this is the 13th of June. Huh, so E3 hasn't happened yet. E3 coming up, boys. Like, it's just a couple days away. At least by the time you guys are seeing this. Not me. Oh man, I should have done an E3 video. Or podcast to say what I thought about, or what. Damn it. Well, too late now. I've kind of made this episode. I mean, I still could, but then, yeah. I mean, I guess I could make this episode 14 and get, then, yeah, I have to check something real quick. I'm gonna stick around, but might as well have some extra content, you know? So for Zacasters, I'm taking a look at the stuff I have so far. No, okay, never mind. Okay, we're fine. Because actually, episode 13, that's gonna be... No, actually, this is episode 14, right? Because History of Jonza, that's episode 12. That's gonna be going up this week by my recorder. So this would be May 16th, and then I'm posting the last episode on the 30th, and then it's literally 2 weeks after. Okay, yeah, maybe this will be episode 15. So actually, I was lying before. The last episode, we were talking about E3 and what we think we might be seeing there. I like how we just went through this already. So I haven't even recorded that episode, so yeah, I'm probably going to record that episode first and then get to this one. Or, yeah. Oh boy, I'll probably just upload this one first and put this one on my laptop first and see if I can change it to 15. Just because of the schedule, and because if I did realize this before, then I would have made it like once per day or whatnot. But I definitely got to get a couple other podcast. I was also thinking of another topic I wanted to record for a podcast. So, you know, E3 works. So I can put out some stuff I'd like to see at E3, which I don't think I have an E3 episode yet. So, you know, I think that's a pretty good one to kind of go off of and whatnot and say what I want. Since, you know. Alright, so this is actually after E3, so I actually know what happened. Oh man. When things aren't exactly planned, so this is actually episode 15, and I'm recording episode 14 afterwards. I'm a professional podcast YouTuber. Definitely. Especially with this high quality mic, which is literally just a camera mic. But, you know, yeah, you work with what you got, you know? You know, like how we're not also talking about my vacation anymore, we're literally just talking about my scheduling and whatnot. It's hard on life for me. I mean, there's really not much else to say about my vacation. It was definitely a fun vacation, and I definitely would like to go there again. And hey, maybe eventually if I do take another trip to Mexico again, and I'll probably maybe do this with some friends as well, then maybe I'll do a little vlog of it for you guys, you know? Well, I mean, depending if I actually keep going with YouTube at that time. Don't know how long I'm gonna try to keep doing YouTube as much as I can for all three of my channels, but I think eventually I might like actually stop doing it because of the rest of my life and whatnot that I have to deal with, but I'm gonna keep trying with the best I can with this for sure. But yeah. I guess that's pretty much it. I really have nothing else to talk about. Nothing else, I guess, really happened that I can really remember from that trip. I think the only other thing I could remember from that is I think sitting in the lobby of the resort, because actually that was actually the one place that actually had internet. So I was just watching a couple Pokemon videos, I guess. I do remember seeing one. I think it was Ash's Pignight versus Serperior. I think, because I think that was happening around that time. At least I think so. I do know the Black and White series was kind of going on around that time. So yeah. Which, interesting and whatnot. But I think I'm going to end things here. It might be kind of a short episode. For my time right now, it says 31 minutes, but obviously I know I took a couple breaks. So I think it's about good a time to end off the episode. Sorry if it wasn't so enjoyable, and I know though I wasn't mostly talking about the main topic the entire time, but and there's nothing really memorable on the way there and back, so that I have to say, other than, we had to wake up early just to get there and back and whatnot, so. But anyways, we're gonna end things here. Thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. If you did like this video, press the like button or subscribe, do whatever. Make sure to check out my main channel and challenge channel down in the description below. And I'll see you dudes in the next video. See you dudes next time.